The night was not born for the crown, but for the silence that lives behind it. I wear gold upon my head, yet dust upon my heart. And in the stillness between my breaths, I hear the desert whisper my truth. They say I was chosen by destiny, but destiny never asked if I was ready. The stars above my kingdom shine with pride, not peace, and my shadow walks ahead of me, longer than the roads I travel. I have seen men bow and rise. I have watched loyalty fade, like the last call of a falcon at dusk. In every eye I meet, I search for something unspoken, a bond untouched by power, a soul that dares to see the man behind the ruler. My reflection in the mirror is royal, but my heart speaks in exile. I am surrounded by gold and silence, the two heaviest weights a king can bear. My words are carved for the people, but my thoughts belong to the unseen dunes that listen when no one does. The desert knows my secrets. It has held my tears in its endless hands. Each grain of sand remembers the footsteps of a boy who once ran free, before the world called him, Your Highness. The crown was not meant to glitter. It was meant to guard. It guards my name, my pride, and the promise I made to my father, to carry a legacy higher than my dreams, even when it crushes my peace. Sometimes I wish to ride into the horizon, with no guards behind me, no titles before me, just a man, and the wind, and the truth that breathes beneath the weight of my crown. Every dawn, I stand by the palace window and watch the light crawl across my city. It touches the domes, the towers, the sea, but never my heart, because the light belongs to those who can chase it without duty. And I belong to the shadows that serve the sun. In silence, I have learned more than in speech. In solitude, I have found a greater crowd of thoughts, of prayers, of memories that never bow. The falcon that flies above me knows my pain, for freedom is her birthright, and burden is mine. They say kings do not cry, but I have seen my tears carve poetry into the desert floor, each drop a confession that no counsel could ever hear, each verse a wound that smiles for the sake of the nation. The nights in my kingdom are long, not because of darkness, but because of thought. When the moon rises above the dunes, it stares at me like an ancient friend, as if to ask, do you remember who you were before the world remembered your name? And I do remember. I remember the barefoot boy, his laughter louder than the wind, his dreams simpler than water. He had no throne, but he had peace. He had no crown, but he had stars that called him brother. Now, I stand surrounded by chandeliers, by voices polished with respect, by eyes that bow before they blink. And still, I feel alone. Royal solitude is not silence. It is noise without meaning. Every praise feels rehearsed. Every smile feels watched. And in that still air, I miss honesty more than I miss love. The horses understand me better than men. They do not flat.